Hey, Cheese.
And welcome to Hey What. I'm Brian.
I'm Talal.
And I'm Yooeun, and I'm the media lead.
Today we'll be talking about taking pictures and other things.
Okay, so why do you like taking photos?
It wasn't actually because I like taking photos. I was partly forced into the team by the previous lead, Alyssa. She said this was similar to art, and I was in the same class, so she kind of tricked me into this. But I found it fun because I liked learning the different Adobe softwares. Yeah, photography was actually not my thing. I just kind of know if things look good or not. So that's like a talent that I'm proud to have. Yeah.
That is the biggest twist I have heard. Brian looks like he's never been more surprised by any fact in his life. Really? That she got tricked in the media.
Oh, no, that doesn't surprise me. It's just kind of sad that that's how we have to get team members now. Coercion is not always the best option.
So,
for the people being coerced.
I guess, what year did you start out in media?
This year, last year?
Last year, at December of 2020.
Okay, so you were kind of here right before.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, I guess, what does media do? Tell us a little bit about it.
So, media, people just kind of laugh when we say media, but then media is actually a vital part of the team because, as I said in the Ice Cream Social, we're the part of the team that makes the team look good. So, even if you guys do all these cool things, if media didn't exist, then nobody would actually see that. Outside our team. So, we don't only do taking photos and editing videos, but we do more stuff like creating logos is one big thing. And getting the designs for different merch that we put off every season is also what the media does. And we also put out information on social media and basically do anything that people request of us to do.
So a little bit important, if you couldn't tell.
So everything that isn't strictly about the robot.
Yeah.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Theoretically, podcast also falls under media.
Yeah. Sure.
Unless we want our own sub-team.
Unless you want a podcast sub-team.
I don't think... Are we that cool?
We're not that cool.
I think we might be that cool.
We're not that cool.
You don't have to burst my bubble like that, so okay. You could pretend.
Yeah, but then that'd be lying. Okay, so kind of walk us through what media was like this year, because, it's the year right after COVID, and I'm assuming you got a lot of members. Did they know what they were doing, or did you kind of have to, really guide them through? Yeah,
so I actually joined in the middle of COVID, so we didn't have much to do until, the first Cheesy Champs. That's when we actually got into action. But this year, I tried to get a lot of media rookies, and the way I did it was actually to make the Ice Cream Social video really cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
It was very cool. I didn't get to see it much before the Ice Cream Social because of the lag and the school's morning announcement system, but it was cool.
It was very cool.
Yeah, so I think it worked out because we had definitely a lot of people at the Ice Cream Social, and everyone was saying that they liked my video, which made me really happy. And yeah, as a result, we got I think 12 new rookies in the beginning of the year, but now we have actually 5 people. Which, it's...
5 official people.
Mm-hmm, 5 official people. Actually, more than 5 official people, but then those actually participating are 5. So, yeah. The biggest thing we did this season was getting the merch out. So we had to brainstorm a lot about the t-shirt. And, yeah, this year's theme was kind of hard because it was Rapid React, and that's nothing really intuitively comes to your mind when you think of Rapid React. So, yeah, that took a few meetings.
It was supposed to be about transportation.
Oh, yeah, it was. That's how we got it.
Because I do not think of transportation when they say Rapid React.
and the teaser video they sent out wasn't really rapid either, so it's...
So, there's a lot of parts of media, right? So, what part do you usually focus on? Because I've seen you make a lot of videos, so I'm not sure if that's your main focus, or if it's, photography, design.
So my focus just as a person, as like a media member, would probably be on the video part, yeah. And it's like the typography and like videography that I focus on. Also, I focus a lot on Illustrator. I actually didn't know any Illustrator before I joined the team, but now I can say that I'm pretty much of an expert. So that's a nice thing right there.
To learn.
Mm-hmm. The YouTube tutorials really help me. Yeah, if you're forced to give something out to the deadline, you kind of have to like grind and like learn all that. So, yeah, that'll be my main focus.
It's a good focus.
Mm-hmm.
All the videos this year have been really good.
Thank
so,
you.
Yeah, I have to give you kudos on that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
What do we want to talk about?
That's a great question. I mean, I guess
I didn't know exactly what to ask media.
I mean, yeah, we kind of just spin it off. So I guess the first question is, what was the process of teaching the rookies this year? Was it mostly Ms. McCandlish? Was it you? Was it kind of a combination of the two?
So Mrs. McCandlish kind of gave them the expectations of the team, and she kind of ran them through what is expected and what we actually do in media aside from just taking photos. And that kind of gave them an idea, and then I kind of separated them into what they were interested into doing, which didn't really work out because we didn't have that many vets to teach each like group. But I did in the beginning of the year, I organized like presentations. So like for 3 weeks we would do design elements because that's like one of the most important parts of media. It's not just the actual action, but you need to have the eye for design, because if you just make stuff, it's not enough because you need to see if it's good. Like if you don't know what's between like good and bad,
That's why I'm not on media.
That'd be tough. So yeah, that was the first thing I try to get them to learn. And the best way to do that is actually through comparison. You can't just teach them theories and expect them to actually know stuff. So you gotta actually provide examples and make them do the different tutorials and stuff. So then they would have like some kind of a final product that we could then critique. And yeah, critiquing is very important too.
So what exactly do media members do in that competition?
Oh, in the recent one?
Just any competition?
Or a season?
Yeah, in the season generally, when running around
mm-hmm.
competitions.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly taking photos, I assume.
Yeah, mostly taking photos. Taking photos and basically running around in the recent one. We had to climb up like 5 stories, I think. Was it 5? I don't know.
Huh? Oh, in the Coliseum.
Yeah, in the Coliseum. Because we had to run back and forth from the highest part of the Coliseum because we were filming the field, and then take the camera down and then transfer it to the memory card to the...
Why didn't you bring memory
card? Oh, no. Transfer it from the memory card to the computer so we could leave the computer with the team. Okay. And then they could like look at it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so for scouting purposes, I assume? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that was like a cardio day. And then, yeah, we take photos so we can make recap videos and stuff like that.
So, I mean, I think my first introduction was to you was Chairman's this year. Mm-hmm. I was on Chairman's. We were kind of talking about the video, and I was talking with Emily, and it seemed like you two were kind of cramming to get the video done, kind of working day and night on it. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, what was that process like? It seems you help advocacy a lot, so...
Mm-hmm. So, Emily actually told me that it was the first year that outreach and media worked so closely together, and she really liked it. So I actually hope that happens more in the future. We were actually struggling to get a start on that because, of course, starting is the hardest part. But I wanted to do something goofy for the opening because, our team name is Blue Cheese, and we don't... we kind of sound funny. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to go for a more funny vibe, and that's when I started thinking about like different TikTok trends. And like stop freezing the frame was like one of them. So that's how I got the opening for that. And then we actually branched off from there.
The opening to the Chairman's?
Yeah, to the Chairman's video.
Isn't it like a concrete roller?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
That's the animation opening.
Oh, like the actual opening, like the one with the funny song.
Yeah,
like
funny song. And then... And then we have like the different teams rolling out. And then, freeze frame.
And then handing them each the cheese head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were like, okay, the background then should be PCS. And then like we started getting more people involved in the actual video because we like media didn't want to be the only people talking. So we kind of forced Brandon to
open it up.
Yeah, to open it up.
Oh, he's the first one talking.
Yeah.
The music just cuts and it's Brandon.
Yeah,
And,
it's kind of funny.
Brandon's a very funny man, especially when he sits up at the end of the chairman's video.
yeah, I can't imagine that happening.
It would be crazy.
I mean, in
It'd be
his
crazy
defense,
if only one person
Yeah.
sits up during the thing where they're all lying on the ground in a specific pattern, and one person sits up while they're filming it.
okay, like honestly, if nobody notices it, I mean, if nobody says anything, nobody notices it. But then everyone says it, so everyone's looking at Brandon. It's very noticeable.
In his defense, I guess that is
I
kind
mean,
of
yeah, if you don't look, then
Mhm.
you can't see it.
If we don't
But
look,
that's
we
how a
can't
lot of
see
things
it.
work.
That's
It's like-
most things. Work.
Yeah, if you don't look at it, you can't see it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess the next question is: it's the year after COVID, and I think everyone was a bit new. I know every sub team had struggles. Build had build struggles. Programming had every struggle. So what was the issue with media this year?
So again, we had media rookies who didn't know how to media, which was, in my case, I was the same thing. I didn't know anything about, like, Adobe, aside from, I knew how to edit photos, so that was, like, a good thing. Oh yeah, thinking about it, I actually did take photos. Sorry.
Oh,
I did take
I've
photos.
been lied to.
I knew how to edit people photos, like portraits, so that actually came in clutch. Yeah, so the struggle was actually teaching them the stuff, and I had to get like a curriculum out. Yeah, and then things started rolling from there. We did have a few rookies who actually knew how to do stuff, so like, it was pretty nice. They were like my light in the darkness, per se. And one of them was the one that got the animation out for the opening of the chairman's video, and I actually really liked it.
Yeah. I mean, we had a bit struggle playing the chairman's video, but after that, it all went very smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess now we talk about kind of the lack of respect to media.
Yes.
So you kind of want to ask about that, Brian?
I don't know exactly how to ask that. Why do you think people don't let you take photos of them?
Okay, some people are camera shy. We get that.
Like me.
Yeah. But, you know, if you're doing something cool, then we want to capture it on our system. That sounds really creepy, but anyway, we want to like show everyone
stalk
what,
us.
No,
Surveillance.
we want to show everyone what you're doing. Yeah, so people should definitely, you know, just pretend, just keep on doing whatever you're doing when we're taking photos, because that's literally why we exist as a team, to take your photos. Well, part of it. So, you know, if you take the reason of our existence away, then that's really sad. Yeah, and about the lack of respect, I think it might be because some people just forget that media exists in robotics. Which, you know, like when you're listing out all the teams, media gets frequently forgotten. And I actually understand that because I, for one, didn't know that media existed before joining robotics. And again, it's really a big and important part of robotics, so
It's how most people end up finding out about
yeah,
robotics,
exactly.
through media
Mhm.
things.
Which is one reason why I try to make the ice cream social video very big and extravagant.
Yeah, I guess another question would be, media people take pictures and make videos.
Mhm.
So how much about the robot do y'all actually end up knowing? Or is it mostly through hearsay and such?
It's mostly through hearsay.
Mm.
I actually didn't know how robots worked. I knew code. Like the closest thing I knew about robotics was probably coding. Like I just know how to code, but it's not even robot code. Like it's just different stuff, like completely different stuff. Like making games and like story-based games and Udemy and like that stuff. So anyway, I knew about that, but what was the question?
Basically, kind of
How much do you know about the
robots
bots?
Oh, yeah.
does media know?
Yeah, so I had to ask around, like, Sarah and stuff, and Eli. like what is this, like what does it do? And also when you do take the videos, you kind of see where the things are like going, so it was kind of assumptions and getting them checked by people who actually knew about it. Yeah, so I feel like it would be nicer if people knew how the robot operated, like in the future. So I feel like that might help a lot when making the stuff, because then people will know what to focus on.
So another thing is, I know a lot of people, including myself, just kind of take pictures and like submit them to media. So I was wondering if that's like more of a nuisance or more of a help.
Well, I feel like it does help, because then that's like another set of photos that we get, and then we could pick from there. But sending them all through the media Slack might not be the best choice.
Yeah.
You could send them in like in a zip folder.
That's a good idea for next time.
For next time, yeah. Yeah, definitely keep on doing that, because I feel like your photos are nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't take many photos, so mine are always nice.
I'm always at the events, so you might as well take them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm generally at events too. I just don't take photos.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody knows you're there.
So nobody knows.
Yeah, even people very rarely take photos of me too.
Mm-hmm. Because you're camera shy?
Yes.
Sure.
There's also that they don't want to take photos of me.
Do you not do anything cool?
I mean, that's the thing. Yesterday, I helped start that chain.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was really fun. And I made that GIF.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's a really controversial thing. GIF or GIF?
Okay, yes. I have a very firm opinion on this, as I just said GIF. If anybody says GIF in front of me, it's like saying fungi in front of me, and I will not tolerate that.
What do you think, Ryan?
I don't actually have a preference for that one. Because it's an acronym.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I have no idea what it stands for.
Whenever I get into a technical argument, I just say GIF. Because it is actually just GIF.
See,
it's like PNG or JPG.
If you're saying GIF, then it's like a soft G, so you should go by GIF.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah? English language. It's like, is the water wet argument? I don't know if there's a definitive answer.
I feel like it's like the Arkansas-Kansas argument.
What is that one?
It's like Kansas is part of Arkansas, but then nobody says Arkansas.
No one says Arkansas, but everyone says...
Exactly. Everyone says Kansas. So that's like mind-boggling.
Yeah, a lot of words are pronounced differently.
English.
I mean, Kylie was saying component.
Yeah, instead of component.
And adults instead of adults.
Yeah, I mean...
It's like aunt.
I guess, other than media, tell us about yourself.
About me?
Yeah, just about you.
This feels like a college interview. Okay.
You could talk about college if you wanted.
Alright, I'm going to UMD for immersive media design. I'll talk about that then. What that is, I'm actually going for the computing major, so there's actually 2 degrees you can get for that major. It's Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Arts, and I'm going for the computing degree. So that's basically computer science, and we do take the same lower level classes as the computer science majors. So it's basically that, but applying it into more immersive media fields, per se. So it's like augmented reality, virtual reality, game design, installations, and really cool stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really stoked for
the media for nerds.
Yeah, actually. It's like, you know when you go to like museums and they do these cool like things for like a month, like yeah, that's basically what
like at the art museum, how they always have those special exhibits that are there temporarily.
With,
I
like,
have
VR?
not gone to a museum in 12 years.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
You're so
sorry.
uncultured.
Why haven't you been to...
I theoretically went to a museum for prom, but that was just pictures. It was like actually going to a museum.
VMFA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
a nice museum.
Nice museum. I didn't go there for the museum.
You should go there for the museum sometime.
Probably.
Yeah. What else about me? I've been creating art since I was a kid. I actually have way too many things that I like doing. which is kind of a problem. Because, as I said before, I like media, but also coding, but also I love writing too. And I like music.
So all the creative stuff.
Yeah, all the creative stuff. I keep a journal and everything. That's basically it.
Yeah, so that's Yooeun, everybody.
That's me.
And just so people don't get confused, it is Yooeun, right?
Yeah, it is Yooeun.
Because I've heard people kind of mix Yooeun and you up. So,
really?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Shocking amount of people.
Okay.
Maybe I've never heard. Well, I don't really talk to many people. First of all. Second of all, I know full well if I mixed that up in front of Yin, I would get kicked. A lie. A lie.
Yeah, I can vouch for that.
A lie.
I mean, if you want to go the correct way, my name is actually pronounced Yooeun in Korean, but there's literally no way to accurately say that in English, so I just go by with, like, Yooeun. Some people say, like, Yuan, that's, like, not it. Don't say
that's
that.
That's currency. That is the Chinese currency.
Oh, that is.
Yuan? Is it yuan or is
it's
it
yuan?
Is yuan?
And for China,
the Korean currency is won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for China, it's yuan.
Yeah.
And Japan, it's yen.
Yeah, they use the yen.
That's so funny. Yeah, that's why I get like a lot of like name jokes. Like you win, you out, or you win, you lose, or how are you win? How are you doing? I get that a lot.
Oh my god, that's so good.
What
Your name is so good for jokes. I'd never thought of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many people will make jokes about your name if they listen to this.
Don't let them hear this. I'm out. I'm out of the team.
I guess. Oh yeah, speaking, you are getting out of the team, so now
senior.
I am.
You are in fact a senior. So what? Mena's the lead next year?
Yeah, Mena.
Mena is the leader next year. That'll be an interesting year.
I gotta train her really hard.
You do have to train her. Maybe not as much on media. Maybe more on leadership.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like she's really good at the getting people together part.
Oh, getting people together. Yeah. Commanding people, not so much.
Okay.
Commanding respect and authority. I've
Oh, she
never
is
spoken
also-
to her,
she-
but I
instead
can
of-
tell she's probably not the best.
To be fair, like Yooeun, Yin Yu kicks, Mena throws chairs. So we have
Yin's also a senior and graduating.
Yeah, I just realized it as I said.
Yeah, I mean, the important thing in a leader is actually maybe not so much the skills, but like, I mean, you do need to have like the solid skills, but maybe not the best skills. But it's like are you able to interact with like adults and be assertive and like tell them what you actually want? Yeah, so that's a skill that I would have to teach her.
Yeah,
in the upcoming months.
Soon. Right. I guess just talking about the future to end it off, we'll probably just have to talk about what do you think about media next year? Do you think it'll be strong, stable?
I do think we do have some strong members, so it will be pretty stable as long as we can train them well. Now the problem is I'm going to Korea in like July and August, so I won't be here unless you guys want me to
Zoom call
when I'm like sleeping. So that might work. I don't know how that will work out, but maybe that will work. I know Alyssa might be coming back to train them for like a week, maybe. We've requested, and she was like, "Yeah, sure, that'll be fun." Yeah. So in like May and June. Actually, May. May's like almost done. Oh yeah, okay.
We got
so,
like 5 days left.
What is it?
Yeah, it's 31 days, right?
Yeah.
It's 5 days.
So in June, we would have to do intensive training on... There's so much of media, though. Like, there's like animating and videography and photography. So, I mean, I did teach them the basics, so now it's time to teach them the stuff that they're actually going to use, probably. Like loading PNG files on, what was it, After Effects? So you could get into continuous animation. Like, those are things that you need to know.
So, I mean, I guess the last question, or one of the last questions would be, what do you want to see from media next year? As the lead, you've seen kind of a year and a half of media. So, is there anything you want to change, anything you want to see different?
So...
I said I got some paint on my shirt.
Oh. Okay.
Just type.
I thought you were whispering to me.
No.
So the things I want to see in media, I do want them to continue on like the nice videos, and like cool stuff about keyframes that I know the rookies are trying to do. Other than that, I feel like having some solid animating would be fun also. And this was something I wanted to do, but I couldn't do this year. Maybe like a cool Snapchat or Instagram filter, because I know you can do that through After Effects and Premiere Pro. Like if you get like the facial features and like do cool stuff.
Make them into cheese.
Put a cheese hat or something, or make cheese drip off the sides. No, it's like a cool potential.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
I actually wanted to do it, but I didn't have enough time. So maybe I'll do that this summer. It was like one of my passion projects. But yeah, that and getting the social media more like working, because I know that didn't really work out this year, and a lot of people were telling us about it. So
like trying to get them to post more, I guess.
Get them to post more and have like fun captions. But really, it's more about organizing the photos. So this is like actually one of the biggest problems. We don't have space in the Google Drive. And just having we do have a physical hard drive, but having like just a single thing to pass around to everybody else is kind of inefficient in a way, and kind of confusing. So, I mean, as a lead, I have been organizing all the photos when like the memory cards come to me, and just like putting them into different folders and naming them stuff. But I'm not sure if this is the best way to do it.
So, like, find something maybe other than Google Drive that would be better at just specifically media stuff.
I mean, I know there's Mega, but I'm not sure.
Mega's a bit...
Exactly.
I don't know what that one is. I assume it's probably similar to Google Drive.
It's a file sharing site. Okay. Yeah. So, I think the same question we ask everybody, the same question I'm going to ask you. To somebody coming in to robotics or media, or taking pictures probably, what's one piece of advice you would give them?
Be mindful and respectful and assertive. So I'm not sure if this is one piece of advice, but it kind of all comes together. So if somebody says no the first time, like if you give good reasoning and skillfully talk about what your actual aspirations are and your motives and what you want, it's kind of like making a presentation, but not actually. Then, your assertiveness might win you something over. So yeah, I feel like that's really important.
Being assertive.
So like giving reasons instead of just saying, why aren't you letting me do it?
Yeah. Don't be whiny. Being whiny and assertive is very different. And they will definitely give you different results.
They will very much give you different responses.
And these are like adults you're dealing with.
Some of them have been doing this for over a decade.
Yeah. So, ask them questions, but also, use them to your advantage. Like, these are people who are like really skilled in their areas, and they'll happily help you, hopefully. So yeah, ask and be assertive.